So in this video, I'm going to talk about 3 ways to easily level up your units. Let's say your units are under-leveled or you just have a unit that you want to level up. I'm going to go from easiest to hardest. The hardest ways to level up aren't really that bad, but here's the first method. You talk to the training instructor and you basically just buy level ups. So right now I don't have enough money to do it. You can see here you can buy level ups. So the way this works is you can buy up to the highest level unit you have. So if you have a unit you play on the most, so in this case it would be Shez for me, as well as Ingrid, but the highest level unit is Shez. I can level all of these units up to 44 by buying levels. This is the fastest way to level up. This is usually better than investing money in other things because leveling up increases most of your stats, especially multiple level ups will increase at least all of your stats a few times. So usually, depends on how many level ups you put into it, but this is a good use of your money. It kind of makes the game much easier, to be honest, so this is like the #1 thing to do, to spend your money on. Another way to easily level up, let's go to the war map. So if you want to get S rank on all of the things, like on all of the zones, this is a good way to level up because essentially while you're pursuing S rank, you'll be leveling units up. And you won't even notice. You're going to be so busy focusing on, killing the certain number of enemies, making sure you don't take damage, getting the level completed in under a certain amount of time, that as you're doing it, you'll just be leveling up. So unless you're really good at the game and you get it in the first attempt every time, you're probably going to need to attempt it at least like 3 to 4 times. So in this case, I have 2 S ranks completed, so I can go and just go after this one, get this advanced seal, go after this one, get the Levin sword. This is a good way to kind of like trick yourself into grinding, essentially. It's not as bad as grinding because you actually are pursuing like a challenge, so it's more engaging, it's more fun. You don't need to do it, but if you want to get some free levels, if you want to make the game easier, this is a way to do it. And then finally, the third way to level up is very simple. You take a low-level unit. So this is specifically for low-level units that are a liability, right? So let's say we switch to do for Sylvain. Now Sylvain's level 8, which means he's going to have very low max health. He can easily be killed. So what you do, you deploy. And then very simply, you just make him an Adjutant. So I'll just put him on me. Sign as an Adjutant. Alright, so once he gets to me, he'll be an Adjutant. He'll also get XP and levels. So you should usually put it on the player character. The reason for this is you tend to kill more enemies than the other dudes on your team. So as you're killing things, he's completely safe, he can't be damaged. You can just go to town, get a bunch of kills. You can start to level him up over time. This is just a useful thing to do in general. There's also upsides to having an Adjutant. For example, you get extra attacks at the end of certain chains, and also when you use your A attack you get bonus damage, so I'll show that really quick just because it's kind of useful. So it actually helps you in combat. Let's just kill this dude. Yeah, you see there's extra attack right there he just did. Alright, we got an A attack now, so we just run up to a dude. Find like an actual enemy. Good enough. Alright. So there is an upside to making an Adjutant. It'll increase your like special damage essentially. Okay, so as a bonus thing, one thing you can do is actually play as the unit and just kill a ton of fodder. Killing fodder can be a good way to level up fast. So even if you don't plan on S ranking, I'm seeing these units are in trouble over here. Here, I'm going to switch to them. Heal. Fire. You can kill a ton of fodder. Pretty easy to do this. Another thing you can do, as like a 5th final tip, is let's say you have a bunch of units running around the map and you want to get them some XP really quickly. You can switch to them and spam some attack skills, and then also if they have an A ready to go, you can spam that. Killing a bunch of enemies and fodder is always going to level you up. It's going to get you a lot of XP, and that levels you up. So those are my 3 primary tips and 2 secondary tips for leveling up in this game. Buying levels and just farming gold is the fastest way to level up for sure. Especially if you're pursuing getting S ranks, and if you can find a good level where like it's fast and you can get like 5 to 15k like early game, it can be pretty easy to farm. And then you just buy a bunch of level ups. So you level up, you farm gold, you buy more levels. It's pretty simple. But yeah, that's it for this one. If you enjoyed this, found this useful, definitely like the video and subscribe. You can also drop a comment. I have other content where I cover the classes in this game. I still need to make more tutorials for each class, but I have some of the intermediate ones covered. And once I finish those up, I'll be moving on to advanced. And yeah, that's it for now. Thanks for watching.